I was able to approach the day a bit calmer. I was more clear in my mind and just making better decisions. We want to take networking out of the normal. And I think sometimes like the boring boardrooms and everything else are so outdated. So we're definitely always looking to take networking to new levels.
Good morning, early birds and future moguls. If you ever wondered whether the successful entrepreneurs start their day a little bit different, welcome to Founders Before 9 a.m., the backstage pass to the secret ritual, mindset hacks, and tiny habits that build loud legacy. I'm your host, Candice, the founder of Miss Morning. And every episode, we will pull up the curtain with some successful entrepreneurs who turned mornings into their powerhouse. Welcome back to Founders Before 9 a.m. And today is our last episode of year 2025. So I got my friend Kirsten Scott. Now she is the co-founder of BOA App, a networking platform for new generation of entrepreneurs and business owners. Welcome, Kirsten.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad to have you here.
Yeah.
This year is a big year for you. I know you got so many things you have done and so many amazing events you have done. And also you got promoted. Like now you are the real entrepreneurs. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. And thank you for having me here today.
Yeah. So because of that, I actually have a lot of curiosities about your journeys, behind the scenes stories, especially with BOA and how did everything happen. So let's start right into it. Firstly, let's start from our happy place before 9 a.m. I know that you are ridiculously disciplined. I can tell, you have a very strict workout routine, maybe for food. So tell us about your real morning routine, what it looks like.
Yeah. So look, I love meditating. So the first thing that I do, and actually the first thing I do before I go to sleep as well, I put the Insight timer app on and I listen to a 5-minute meditation just to set me up for the day. I then get up, I have a coffee, which probably isn't the best first thing to do. Yeah. And then I usually do some Pilates or go for a run, get ready and head out the door.
When do you usually wake up around?
Between 5:30 and 6, depending how late of a night it's been the night before.
Yeah. But it's still early enough. You have a lot of things to do as well.
Definitely. Yeah. And I guess we're all a bit naughty that we always check the emails before we head out the door as well.
Yeah, exactly. I found that because recently I started to meditate a lot, and I found it really changed a lot of my nerve system and also the way I approach the day. So before I feel like I am so anxious when I wake up, but when I started to meditate, I do find that I become more calm and feel ready for the day.
Yeah. Yes. No, I love that.
Yeah. So when did you start your meditate and everything?
Yeah, I actually started it, I would say 2 years ago. I did a transcendental meditation course down in Bondi, and basically it takes you through this thing and you say a mantra to yourself, and you're not allowed to share your mantra with anyone else, so it's top secret. And through that process for 2 weeks straight, you would do 20 minutes in the morning and evening, saying the mantra, and sometimes I still do that, but I guess now that the days are so busy, I have dropped the ball a little bit with that, but I still try to bring some meditation in because, again, I saw what you saw. I was able to approach the day a bit calmer. I was more clear in my mind and just making better decisions.
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious, for you, every day for you is crazy busy and you always need to talk to a lot of people. So for you, is there any non-negotiable thing that you do every single day, even maybe you're on a travel or today is crazy busy and
For anyone that knows me, they will laugh at this, but every day I hit 15,000 steps, whether that means taking calls with clients, on my walk, getting up early, going to bed late, I just feel like as long as you can hit a target of some kind throughout the day, it really sets you up. I know the amount of times my co-founder Dan's called me and he's like, Keeks, are you walking at the moment? And I'm like, yeah. But that's one of my non-negotiables. And just, the meditating before bed, definitely.
Okay, that's something interesting.
Yeah.
And when you walk, you can always reply text message, email.
Honestly, my best calls are done while I'm walking. and my most creative thinking as well. So I definitely, that and in the shower.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I feel like if you feel really relaxed, then you will be able to have a lot of like creative ideas.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you slow down and have your me time, then this is the time to create.
I agree.
Yeah. So do you always see yourself as a creative people?
A creative person? Yeah, definitely more so. I think like now that we're wearing a few more hats, particularly when it comes to like the social content and everything else that we're doing, we have to think outside the box. Like obviously our audience is like Gen Z or really young founders, and we need to be able to way to like attract them to the app. So we're thinking outside the box, like the things that we're doing on social content, the style of events that we're hosting, the activations such as like the BOA Bus that we did. We've obviously got some other crazy ideas, and obviously the bread and butter of that is like founders coming together to network, but it's also that brand awareness piece.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, because you have been touched on some of the events, so I would definitely talk about that. So now let's talk about like BOA. So for anyone who hasn't known BOA yet, give us a elevation pitch about what BOA is. Like, who is this for?
Yeah, so it's a networking platform for business owners and entrepreneurs. Generally, I would say that a lot of them are young founders, although like, of course, we have everyone at every stage of their journey. And we do that through digital and in-person events, as well as educational things for people to come together. I would say though, my favorite thing is the local networking chapters. It makes it like easy and accessible for anyone, no matter where you live, to have access to great networking. So a local chapter is your local suburb, people meeting up, I would say about 10 people generally, coming together. They run an agenda, problem solving, sharing their challenges and helping each other.
Yeah, I love that. And I do feel like, especially for young entrepreneurs, they need kind of like the group and people that can mingle around and learn from each other. Yeah. And how did BOA start at the beginning?
Yeah. So this is a bit of a funny story because originally I was with our sister brand Cub. And I do remember my job interview, and Daniel, my co-founder, was there interviewing me, and he had all these pieces of paper with BOA all over it around the table. And I was like, oh, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's this thing I'm working on. Like during COVID, I realized like people, no matter where you're located, need access to great networking, no matter their stage of business. And he's like, our clubhouses are only in the CBDs. What about the people like in far North Australia or wherever they might be?
Yeah, like in Adelaide.
and in Adelaide, which is funny because his now wife is from Adelaide, and he wanted to put great networking there. But I saw the vision come to life. Like I remember him laying on the ground at Potts Point, all these pieces of paper, and I saw it come to life. Wasn't initially a part of the team. I was still at Cub as head of events. He asked me to come over and help with a few things. I started doing it, and I honestly fell in love with the startup environment, the types of business owners I was meeting. And he basically just said, Keeks, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to come across full time? And I was like, yeah, like I'm coming. And fast forward to now when I'm co-founder, I look after like everything alongside our head of brand Laura, who's just been an amazing support. It's been such a journey and I love it.
Wow, it's like very different. It's really, for me, it's really mind-blowing because I feel like your journey is like literally you maybe not the first time founder, but this is the way how you make it come true.
Definitely. I always think like Dan's definitely like the money, the business brain, and I'm like the community brain. So I think there's like a perfect blend between us.
So what's the difference between BOA and Cub? Because like for me, I feel like Cub is more for like a little bit well-developed business, but BOA maybe is, as you said, is for young entrepreneurs, startups, founders. Is that the difference?
So Cub is the premium brand, and it's for people who have a minimum revenue of 1 to 2 mil. They're probably a little bit further along in their journey, have a few staff, and of course you pay a fee to be a part of that private community. It is kind of restricted in that you have to be close to the clubhouses, Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, Parramatta. But BOA, it's mostly got early stage founders on it or startups, although we do see incredible long-term businesses on there as well. But it's more just about access to great networking, like hence the local chapters. You only have to head 10 minutes down the street to meet other founders, and Yeah, because it can be a really lonely journey.
Yeah. I feel like BOA is like have very different vibe compare with Cup, and also the event like is very different. Yeah. So what makes you feel like obsessed with BOA much?
Honestly, it's the drive. Like I see myself as a really ambitious person, and just meeting other founders that are also as ambitious. They're hungry, and it doesn't matter if they're just starting or they're further along in their business. Like they're always innovating. They're looking for ways to like expand or improve their business, or even the ones that are giving back and mentoring. Like the whole ecosystem is so special with the way that people come together. And I know even for yourself with how we met and just the level of growth in you that I've seen, not only in your business, but your confidence has been exponential.
Oh, like I have been through a transformative like journey with BOA. So and I imagine like at the beginning, because like BOA was born during that COVID period, and it could be very different compared with nowadays. So share with us like the initial stage. How did you starting to think about the strategies, how to organize the first few events, and what was the feedback?
Yeah, so it initially, before I actually came on board, Laura, and there was an amazing woman named Beck that was helping her at that point. They were just mostly doing digital events. They tried a couple of meetups in the Northern Beaches and the Sydney CBD, but I just don't think we really had the brand awareness or community building quite there at that point. I came over and I started running like digital educational sessions later in 2023, I believe it was. And then from last year, we kind of did like influencer marketing. So we had all amazing influential business leaders come and collaborate with us for digital advisories. Josh Sparks, Frank Grief, Taryn Williams, like all these amazing names, business icons. And basically they helped us build the community organically. And then through that, people were connecting, coming along to the in-person events that we held across Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne. It was very slow to build, but I definitely think that slow building is the best way to build.
Yeah, and I think the way that you mentioned is like very smart, because you mentioned it's organically help you guys spread the word.
Yeah.
So it's really smart. It's like you can kind of leverage those kind of people, have that influential power to the community and letting them to help you guys build up the community as well. And it's also adding the credibilities.
Totally. I always say collaboration is king, and people at the top are collaborating. People down the bottom are in competition with each other. So
yeah, because like for me, looking from outside, I can tell like especially this year, year 2025, BOA has grown like so much, and there were a lot of like icon event that I wanted to touch on, especially the like the local chapter. I think this is something that is big, and it's actually get a lot of people joining in different chapters and constantly meet their peoples and building deeper connections. So how many chapters we have right now?
There is currently just over 40. Yeah, so we are making some changes next year, which we think are going to have a really positive impact. So we'll see that number drop just for a small time. But yeah, there's currently over 40 chapters.
Yeah, and how many in Sydney? Like,
oh wow, I think in Sydney we have 25.
Yeah. And I see that you literally join every chapter. That's a lot.
I've been everywhere. I've driven long hours. I've caught a lot of Ubers. I've caught buses. I've caught trains. I've caught planes just to go to meetups. And it's so crazy because initially I was testing the product, making sure it worked. But what's ended up happening is like I'm actually getting so much out of it. I'm a new founder. I have problems to solve. I have challenges to share. I want to like be around other founders to improve myself. So yeah.
And what's the feedback of people after joining the meetup?
They love it. Like I think again, like touching on it, people feel so lonely in business. So when you're around people that get it, like if I talk to family or friends, they're like, oh, why do you work so many hours? Why do you work so hard? Why are you working weekends? But other founders get it. Like it's on you and you love it. It's hard work, but you love it.
Yeah, exactly. For me, because I have the honor to be the president of one chapter. And at the beginning, I think networking is all about, go to different event and meet new people, building new connections. I still believe it's very important part of
There's
networking.
a place for both.
Yeah, but after like 1 year of constantly meet up for like same people, and I realized it's also important for every business owners to intentionally collect a handful of people, business friends that you can rely on, because when things happen, then you will be able to find your friend to help you, especially something urgent. Then they are kind of the people that can empower you with the ability to handle things easily. So now for me, I do feel like building the strong and deep relationship is very necessary.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I definitely have a handful of founders from BOA that I call regularly, yourself, Bella from My Cavoodle, people that I lean on for different areas of the business and to get their feedback. It's so helpful.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I can see that people constantly joining the like local meetup, and we are literally become like friends, family, like texted to each other, and catch up with coffee, and that's really good.
Yeah, I have to laugh. The Northern Beaches, they were one of our original chapters, and they are thriving. Like they throw a random meetup in the chat, and like they're meeting every fortnight now, and they get like 10 to 20 people at each meetup, and last week they had their Christmas party and they had drinks and were celebrating. So I think it's that balance of like the business conversations alongside the social. So
they become like close friends, even like family. It's like really different.
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like this type of networking is very different with any kind of like networking events. So that makes people feel different about BOA. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. It's like we call it like the BOA philosophy, like through organic relationships, you want to help each other, grow your businesses, support each other, and have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah, true. And let's talk also about like the iconic BOA Bus event, because you mentioned that. So that was the idea when you like working and relaxing, and then
we had the Inner Circle launch, which was in February, which basically brought all of the influential business leaders that we've worked with together at Bondi Icebergs for a launch party. And it was like incredible. Like the people were meeting, they'll give us so much feedback about what we're doing. And literally the next day, Dan was like, Keeks, we need to do the bus. And I was like, okay. So
the bus idea was already there.
Dan had it.
Oh,
yeah,
Dan
the original idea was definitely Dan. He was like, Keeks, I reckon we just get a bunch of influencers, shove them on a bus for some mentoring. I was like, sounds easy enough. But yeah, so that was definitely his idea. And he is like the visionary, and I just make things happen. Again, perfect balance. But yeah, called me the next day and he's like, Keeks, we got to make the bus happen. So yeah, I got onto all the bus companies. I got into a decal company. Actually, Jesse Marshall was amazing at helping me, again, networking, find an awesome decal person. And we basically had to get a bus guy into the decal company the night before, be comfortable enough to leave the bus there. We had to map out the full route, ensuring that like the timing was perfect. We obviously had the applications go out to the BOA community where people could apply to be with their mentor, which was also really cool. And a big shout out to all of the mentors involved for giving up their time and being on a bus around the eastern suburbs for an hour and a half as we did the whole event. But it was so special and again, just iconic, because you want to take networking out of the normal. And I think sometimes like the boring boardrooms and everything else are so outdated. So we're definitely always looking to take networking to new levels. And I joke and say new heights, because we also have another activation plan for next year. So
I can't wait. But I do feel like the mentorship, as you said, if it's happening in a boardroom, it can be like boring.
Stale.
And but this one, like I can't never like imagine something happen like in this way. But
what was your experience with it?
Oh my God, because I always feel like as a startup or as an entrepreneur, then myself is the ceiling or the limitation of my business. So if I don't hear some like comments or advice from people who ahead of me, then maybe I would just like need to take quite a long time to figure it out. But after that, maybe just the like 30 minutes chat, but because my mentor was Anita, and she was literally like audit my website and
she is a beast. Like the way her mind works is honestly incredible. We've obviously done a lot of events with her. I've never seen someone operate like that. Like she blows my mind.
Yeah, she's well prepared and tell me like what you should do, and even you don't need to spend much money on that. You can just like small change even on your website, like what's the headings that you should put instead of like currently like when people jump in on your website and what they are looking for. So yeah, after that session I really did a lot of change on my website, on my approach. So that was really inspiring.
And I love that. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I can tell like how many like effort that you put behind, because like putting all of these people like together on the same time, it's like their time is their asset, obviously.
It's so valuable. And like we are so grateful. Like we wouldn't be what we are without people like them. So but the thing is like Sally, Frank, like they all say we wish we had something like this when we started. Like they believe in what we're doing, and they're such like champions for early like startups and founders. So for them it's about giving back.
Exactly. So I'm so lucky. Like I always saying that, like for the past 1 year when I like constantly doing the digital advisor online and also joining the offline event, and there were like thousands of aha moments for me. Like I literally just, that's how it works. And then I going back and try see if it works for me. So
I love that.
Grow a lot. And also for me, because I joined BOA event from the Super Ladies Club, and I really wanted to talk about that because I feel like through that event, it's really helped me to build up my community a little bit, and also help, because we are product-based business, and help us to spread the word and letting people to try. And I really wanted to say that the difference for me is to go to this kind of event, especially like every time when I go to the event and meet you and meet Laura, and we have a like hug and compliment, and this way really makes me feel big. Like even I'm just like a solo entrepreneur, I'm just like startups hasn't make 7 figures, 8 figures yet, but people really like congrats your small steps and feel good about everything you do, and that's really important. That's the vibe. Like
honestly, I know I'm not meant to have favorites, but the supper clubs are definitely my favorite. I think there's something so special about bringing female founders together, all founders, but female founders. That style of event, our supper clubs, like I think we're up to our 12th or 13th one now. The next one will be with Desi Harris from Bitey. The first one was with Grace Garrick, and we had 20 women around a long table. Grace was incredible, like same style as what we always do. From that, we jumped to 40 with Leah Gigantis. Like people were like, I need to be a part of this. And now we're getting up to 50 women to these events, selling out wait lists every time. It's special because you hear about like an influential founder's journey, but I guess like the key piece there is like female founders coming together. I'm having this issue, like no one feels alone. And we've also seen a lot of collaboration happen off the back of that, like brands partnering. I know that you've partnered with a lot of the ladies in the community. But yeah, particularly as female founders, we just wear so many hats, like whether you're a mum or a wife or whatever that is at home, and you're looking after so many people, to have a night where the spotlight's on you and you get that time, and plus the gift bags. I think a lot of women kind of come for those.
I mean, like when girls mingle around and everyone is like dressed up, like glam up, and that's such a like very enjoyable night, and people talk about their business, their families, their issues, and like encourage each other. And every time after that I feel like energized. I can do it again, even though it's like everything falling apart maybe, but
it's so true. I love that. It's like walking through the fire.
Totally. So after all of this event, and I can tell like you also growing so much, and especially let's say at the beginning when you organize the Super Lady Clubs, then you just the organizer, like you
behind
also,
the scenes.
Always invite other people to interview the guest speaker, and then you're just like in the corner and say nice things to people. But now you can step on the stage and just grab your mic and being the host. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. And like, honestly, I mean, I interviewed Grace, but I was so nervous and anxious in that moment. I think it was Sally and Maha Supper Club that I really built my confidence. They came to me and I was like, oh, okay, you know, you've got all these amazing friends, Zoe, Marshall, Matilda, like, who do you want to interview you? And they're like, we want you. And I was like, oh, are you sure? And they're like, no one speaks to more business owners than you. And I was like,
true.
And it was a full 360 circle for me. I've always used their products. I remember we had Sally for a Cub event 12 months prior, and I've always just loved them and their brand. And I was like, this is the moment. And I felt so comfortable with them on stage. And I guess that was the real turning point. And it's really crazy to see my level of growth, like going on stage at like awards nights now and presenting. And I really pinch myself. But again, it's being around other founders that give you that confidence. Like they encourage you, and you, like the imposter syndrome, everything else, like you are able to push it to the back of your mind because you see so many other people up there doing it, yourself, Bella, just so many people just ripping off the Band-Aid and doing it. So.
I feel so proud of you, actually.
Thank you.
I think that after you keep trying, then you become more comfortable with that.
Definitely.
And for year 2025, it's like you grow so much, and also you change from the employee and then you're the real entrepreneurs. So tell us about how did everything happen for yourself?
I mean, we were having a little laugh about it before. So I was made general manager at the start of the year, obviously went in there and was just looking at all areas of the business. I'm very grateful for Daniel though, because he really just like took a step back and was like, okay, Keeks, you go ahead and run things now. But the exact moment that it happened, we actually were doing our TikTok filming and I was doing a thing and I was like, hey, I'm Kirsten, I'm the general manager of BOA. And he's like, no, just say you're co-founder. And I was like, what? And that's kind of like the moment it all happened. And obviously we had conversations after that, but there was no word of warning. There was no roadmap. It was just kind of like, this is what it is.
Did you expect it to happen like this?
Absolutely not. I didn't see it coming at all. Again, so grateful. Like I could never even have ever imagined this. And I've obviously had mentors like him and Jeremy Cabral around me, like helping me every step of the way. And again, Laura, my head of brand, like she's just the biggest hype girl you could ever imagine. So
Wow. I do feel like Daniel is such a good mentor and also a good leader of the business. He gives you the opportunities to try everything and grow by yourself, and also give you become like part of the business as well. That's something huge. But also like for you, I think it's very, I wouldn't say challenging, but I mean it's meant to be because you are really hardworking. But I do feel like your entrepreneur journey is like different to any people I interviewed before. It's like you started from like the employee of this company, and then because you dare to learn, dare to lead, dare to create new things, and also you're very like self-learning a lot and growth, and then proven yourself you are matched with the title. Like it's not just the title, but it's like your ability is definitely can become the entrepreneur, like real one.
Thank you. We always have this little joke in our team because I live and breathe BOA. It's like the first app that I open on my phone every day. But people are like, oh, BOA this, BOA that. And we're all like, I am BOA. So it's honestly awesome. And I know that every business owner or founder feels the same way about their baby.
So after this identity shift, like what do you mindset, like you notice something changed?
Definitely the way that I approach my days. Like I think I'm more aware of like people on the app and what they're going through, because I myself am like, okay, this is how busy I am. Like how am I going to fit this in and make the most value for people coming together? Like if they're really struggling with this area of their business, how can we help them move forward? It's all that community mindset. Like together at scale, we can help each other more.
Okay. And I'm wondering like at the beginning, because do you always have this entrepreneurial dream? Do you always wanted to do something for yourself?
So I was actually thinking about this the other day because before I even came to Cub, I was working in a law firm. But I've always...
A law firm?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your studying? I didn't know.
Yeah. So, no, I was just an EA at a law firm. But I always had 2 jobs, not for money, just because I like to fill my time. And while I was at the law firm, I started studying psychology because I wanted to help people. And then COVID hit, so... Being in my normal crazy mindset, I was working at the law firm from home, studying the psych degree, and I started a lingerie business during that time as well. So I think I always had the entrepreneurial spirit in me and wanted to do something. I just didn't know quite what it was. But coming back to the psych degree, like just wanting to help people, like I'm generally like wanting to support people and make them like feel better. And I think what better way to do it than in business, because ultimately it's what we do for the majority of our lives, like every day. So
wow, you are such a beautiful soul. I can feel you always wanted to help people. Yeah, for sure. Like everyone can feel that, because you're literally like approach to people and ask, hey, do you need me to refer to who? Like, that's happened all the time. Yeah, so I'm so grateful. And you mentioned that you wanted to find something to fill your time, not for money. Yeah, because I feel like the way you are doing like your job, it's like you're not here to just make money or like how much you pay, how much you do, but you are like wholeheartedly like as if this business belongs to you, and you see it as a like opportunity or platform for you to learn, for you to practice, for you to grow. Yeah, so like, are you always doing things in this way, or?
Now that I look back on it, I think so. But luckily now there's like an incredible platform to put all that energy and really channel it. And yeah, like I just see like BOA all day, every day. Like how can we make this better? Like what changes do we need to make? Getting feedback from people, like not only as individuals, but like as a wider group. Like how can we like fix that problem for you, or introduce you to someone that will like essentially like solve that problem for you.
Wow, it's like it's very different. If you have an employee mindset, you will never do things in this way. Like all you want is maybe do things quick and I can go back to home quickly. Yeah. But like you always working overtime and ask for nothing, but just wanted to get things done differently or better. Like, this is something incredible.
Thank you. Yeah. But I mean, it's every founder, right? Like everyone I speak to. And I definitely do not believe that we should wear like working long hours as a badge of honor. I am not for that at all. I definitely believe like balance is key. But I will say like when you want to get something done, you will push no matter how hard to get it done.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So now you are the real entrepreneur, and especially for a tech startups, then
which is so cool.
Yeah, which is so cool.
Yeah.
And do you find something that is maybe new to you, then you need to learning or put more effort on it?
Yeah, like particularly we work with an incredible dev team, Step Insight's their name, and just all the learnings from the tech side of that. And like even when we do like the flight testing in the back of the app is always quite interesting. You move one button, something else goes wrong. Like it's all crazy in the tech world. And we've also been working with Jeremy Cabral. So even just learning from him, he's obviously one of the ex-co-founders of Finder.com.
Yeah, I saw the photos that you did like, the other day.
He has been such a mentor to me, like ways to get lead magnets into the business, like talking about the funnel. Like I never knew any business acumen, and having him and Dan like as mentors for me, it's really helping me understand all of that. And I definitely hope that's also helped me grow as a founder.
Okay. So like right now, I mean, BOA has grown so much, but I guess for like next year, because you need to really think about like growing even faster and building a big community and helping with more people. So I'm thinking that now, from your perspective and looking back, what's the right things that you have done and growing BOA, and you think it's definitely something that I can skill or double on?
Yeah. The chapters,
Yeah.
100%. And we've got an incredible plan for next year, which I'm so excited to execute. But obviously just really refining what we're doing with the chapters, putting more structure around it. Not too much, because we obviously still want it to be like friendly. But I do believe that structure brings confidence for business owners, and that will ultimately help us scale. And just the types of events that we're offering, like we're not there to compete with educational platforms. We're a networking platform, but we also need to ensure that people have the skill sets to take into their business. So just the various events that we're running, digital advisories, foundation of businesses, mentor at scale are the three like primary pillars. So yeah, just really leaning on those, and I think we're going to see some massive growth in the app.
Yeah. And I do have one question to ask. Like previously, BOA was free, and now it's have the premium fee.
Yeah.
So do you find challenge when you wanted to incorporate this membership fee? What's the people's feedback, and how?
Totally. Yeah, it's a valid question. And again, we are going through another pricing remodel next year. I think the issue is when you are building a community, you have to like get the numbers first. So you offer something for free, and no matter how much value you're providing, like people get used to free. And when you kind of not take that away, but add more things and put a number on top of that, it takes a little bit of adjustment. So it's been mixed feedback. I think a lot of business owners like understand, are like, yep, of course you're running a business, at some point you would have to like monetize it. I will say though that even the free version of the app is incredible. And what we are looking to do next year is 3 tiers. We obviously have the freemium version of the app. And again, we're actually launching a website. So this is going to make it even easier than before to RSVP and join a community. But freemium version of the app, free to create a profile, and it just will be pay per event. All of our digital advisories will remain free. Then we have the BOA Premium, which will be $330 per year, which gives you access to all events for free. And then we have BOA Chapters, which will be a slightly higher fee, but it will incorporate all of the premium features plus access to your chapters. So I believe it's actually the perfect kind of model that we're working towards. And again, if people are really at that early stage and they can't afford it, which we understand a lot of people are currently there or may have been in that, the freemium version of the app also offers like all the things that you need just at a one-off kind of cost.
Oh, that's giving people the flexibility to choose.
100%. Yeah.
That's amazing. And I wanted to talk about community building, because I feel like you're the
my favorite part.
Yes. And also, like nowadays, for every brand, then they're trying to build their own community. So it's such an important thing. And even though people are huge on social media, but like at the end of the day, the best advertise is still word of mouth. So that's how important, like building your own community. So give us like the experience, like how you built the community, especially such a strong community, how you started to doing that.
I mean, honestly, it was just attracting those initial founders to our in-person events. And then I guess like yourself and I, we met very randomly because I reached out to you for a Cub event and then was like, come on to the BOA app. So I think getting those initial people there, showing them an amazing experience, and then again, word of mouth, it slowly spreads. And even for myself, if I'm meeting other founders aren't even on the app, I'm such a talker when I go out and I meet people. If someone tells me they're a founder, I want to know more about their business. And then I'm like, oh, actually, by the way, like I have this app if you want to join it. I think it's just like organic conversations with people. And then again, you've probably told other people, those people have told people. I definitely think word of mouth more than socials helped our business.
But like having people to really spread the word for you is something that is not that easy. So how did you really making people feel, oh, I wanted to come to BOA, and I wanted to even refer to my friends to come?
Honestly, it's just understanding their business and like showing them, okay, well, if you come along to this, these are the kind of people you're going to meet, these are the conversations you're going to have, and understanding, okay, you're lonely in business, like you're a founder, we can help you with that. I think whenever you try to solve a problem and you communicate that to someone, that's when they want to be a part of it, or that's when they want to buy your product or whatever that might be.
Yeah, and like have the genuine connection with
Definitely.
people. Yeah, like treat people as people, not like clients or
No,
numbers.
100%. And that's like, I don't know if it's like a blessing or a curse, but I'm like so deeply like rooted in people and want to like see them win, and always like picking up the phone or emailing or texting, just like, how's everything going? So yeah, I'm the biggest like fangirl for everyone on our app.
Because like so many people that now in the app, and do you literally like maybe calling people in person or emailing to them or trying to ask a feedback? Did you try to do that?
Definitely. I will say like a lot of the time I follow like nearly everyone in our community on Instagram as well. So yeah, messaging them on Instagram, interacting with their stories if they've had something happen in their business. I know that there's quite a few people in Queensland that I regularly jump on a phone with. I'm like, oh, hey, what's happening? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I think whatever platform they use the most is how I kind of interact and check in on their business. And I would say that our chapter presidents, I check in and speak with regularly, because ultimately they're probably getting the most feedback at each of their meetups, and then they're sharing that with us.
So from your answer, I can feel like you're like try to use different way to communicate with people and hearing their feedbacks.
Definitely.
Yeah, but how could you even have that much time? Like in social and have email and have phone calls.
Yeah.
Like, do you have like some certain secret that makes you feel easier to do it?
I do not. I wish there was more hours in the day. I definitely time block for like communicating with people, checking in. I know that last like Monday, Tuesday, for example, I time blocked 2 hours each day to like get a hold of certain people. I definitely think those check-ins are really important, and they have to be made a part of your day, and everything else can come after. So
right. And that's how to build like people always active, always engage like with you, literally.
Definitely. And I honestly love it. Like, it's so special. Like, I take you as an example just to see your level of growth. And I love knowing what's going on in your business. I know that you had like different pop-ups at Oz Hair and Beauty, like from where you started to where you are now, like checking in, making people feel special. Like, it's really important.
Yeah. But remember, like, all the details for every business owner is something very, very hard.
I think that comes from my EA background. Just managing like 4 global heads at a law firm, needing to know everything about them, their daily life, their personal needs, what bookings they have, like was literally like their gatekeeper. So you kind of take that mindset and skill into this, and it's definitely helped me.
Yeah. And people can literally feel that how different you make them to feel. Like what you do already become like I would say like the invisible asset of BOA.
I love that.
Yeah. And people like even in the room without you, people still saying, oh, Kirsten is such a good people. Like, I love her like so much.
That's so nice. I love that.
Yeah. So I definitely feel like you can do really well in this entrepreneurial journey in the future. And I can't wait to see like all the big things happen next year.
Thank you. And I'm just so grateful to our community, because without them, like, we wouldn't be what we are.
Yeah. So to wrap up this episode, previously, we always say to the founders or business owners, but for today, I really wanted to talk to the girls who are working in their 9 to 5 as you previously, but they have the ambitions. They wanted to work hard and doing their best. And I do think those type of people are really the asset to every business.
I agree.
So for them, what's the one advice you wanted to give?
Yeah, keep going. And like, if it doesn't feel comfortable, do it anyway. Because I think like the best things happen outside your comfort zone. Yeah. And surround yourself with the right people. Yeah. Like, don't limit yourself. I think if you're not necessarily entrepreneurs, but ambitious people around you will help you continue to grow.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing all of your journey and story. I love that so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. If you find it's useful, if you find you need to rethink about your own routines, please share it with a friend as a morning boost, and subscribe, leave a review. That could help us a lot. And we will see you in the next one.